1860, in Cambridge, Massachusetts, a moment captures the essence of an American Christmas. Under starry skies and between snow-laden pines, the silence of falling snow is broken by the laughter and the sleigh bells of the Longfellow family, the 5 children of the great American poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow are giggling with delight as their sleigh moves through the fields and into town. Ringing through the air are the bells, single steeple bells, bundles of caroling bells playing those old familiar Christmas melodies. And the air is ringing the sounds of hope and peace. Then, in the year of 1861, the sound of war is in the air. Things turn dark for America and for Longfellow. Personally, the Civil War begins, and Longfellow's wife, Fanny, died of severe burns after her dress caught fire. Longfellow sustained severe burns on his hands and face trying to save his wife. He was so badly burned that he could not even attend her funeral. In his diary for Christmas Day, 1861, he wrote, "How inexpressibly sad are the holidays." In 1862, the Civil War escalated and the death toll from the war began to mount. In his diary for that year, Longfellow wrote of Christmas, "A Merry Christmas, say the children, but that is no more for me." In 1863, Longfellow's son, who had run away to join the Union Army, was severely wounded and returned home in December. For Christmas Day that year, Longfellow wanted to pull out of his despair. So he decided to try to capture the joy of Christmas. But as he began, he asked himself the question, how can I write about peace on earth, goodwill to men in this war-torn country where brother fights against brother and father against son? He captured his emotions. And in despair, I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And yet he did not give up. He kept searching for the joy of Christmas. And all of a sudden, he was overwhelmed with the reality of the resurrection. He later wrote, "The presence of Fanny was so strong in the room that I would not have been surprised to look up and see her there. And I realized clearly that death is a beginning and not an end. On that Christmas morning, it became clear that war and injury and even death are not the end. The rising sun turns the icy river to silver and the windows of the Longfellow home to gold. From his desk, he hears faintly the sound of bells, those bells playing the melody of Christmas. And it becomes crystal clear to Henry the message of the bells. For unto you is born this day a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And he dips his pen into fresh ink and joyfully draws it across a sheet of white paper and writes these words. Then pealed the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail. With peace on earth, goodwill to men. And then he laughed because he knew the bells ringed on. Fanny lives on, our nation lives on, and we, each one of us, may live as well. Because of the Savior born this day, we will live on in hope and peace forevermore.
Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, and mild and sweet their songs repeat, of peace on earth, goodwill to men, and the bells are ringing despair about my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. But the bells are ringing like a choir, they're singing. Does anybody hear their peace on earth, goodwill to men? Then rang the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. Oh, for wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then ringing, singing on its way, the world revolved from night to day. A voice, a chime, a chant sublime of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And the bells they're ringing like a choir, they're singing. In our hearts we'll hear their peace on earth, goodwill to men. Do you hear the bells they're ringing? Just like the angels singing. Open up your heart and hear their peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on